What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukashu. We are back with another umamusume video. Feels like it's definitely been almost a week since I recorded. It feels like I haven't recorded in a while, which it definitely has been. It's been what, 5 days? So pretty much a week, and I can tell you guys that I'm still pretty tired, sore, but today's video we're just gonna be training Kita for the medium distance. For the you can tell I'm out of it. That's been a while since I recorded. For the who is it? The chairwoman, Yuyoi, her event. The one they always put in the beginning of new scenarios. We're doing that. I haven't, if it wasn't obvious, I haven't touched Pretty Derby since I recorded the video. So here we are. And also, I guess I'll go into more depth with that later on. So as you guys can see here, I am using my copy of the Tazuna friend card, borrowing the Dodo stamina card, using Almond Eye and Still in Love as a speed card, Samamo Power, and Forever Young as the wise card. And that is pretty much it for the setup. So we're gonna get started with the run. And before we get started with the run and go over the comments, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. I believe during the around Thursday or Friday, I did make space because I caught a glimpse of one of the comments from Eugen asking to make some space, so I did that just to, you know, it was more like I was in the middle of the line and I saw the comment. I was like, oh, because I decided to look at YouTube, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll do that when I get home because I have had no access to my JP account. And so yeah, that's exactly what I did. That is exactly what I did. I don't know if it went through or Eugen saw it, but he probably did. Probably did. Other than that, compared to last year, I pretty much came out of Anime Expo unscathed compared to last year's one day to this year's 4 days, not 3. So I say basically unscathed, but I will say that I think after I want to say day 1, it was kind of like, I guess you could say foreshadowing in a way, because after day 1, day 2 in the morning, I was like, my right foot / ankle, I don't know which one or not, which one it was, but it was one or the other for sure. But I was like, it feels a little off. But the funny thing is, I would assume because of adrenaline or whatever, because I'm just in the moment. During day 2, day 3, day 4, it was just like, when I was there, I didn't feel it. Obviously, as time went on, I did get, more tired easier and all that. And then every next morning, I would say the same thing. I was like, my right foot, my right ankle kind of feels like it's something. But thinking about how the last day went, it's kind of like, I think I'll be okay. And then yesterday, on Monday, throughout the day, I was like, it does hurt. Today, which is weird, after I woke up and all that, I think I should just rest here, to be honest. Or do I take my chances and use some broth? What even uses the broth? All of them, right? Stamina. Yeah, I could. Screw it. Let's do it. And then, yeah, but after I woke up, I noticed I was limping more, but then over time, it didn't hurt as much. Like right now, exactly right now as an example. Like I know it's if I move it around and all that, it'll be that like slight pain, or I'll feel like it's there. And then if I walk around, I'll probably be okay now. But it was just weird how after I was resting, for or sleeping, felt worse after like maybe 45 minutes to an hour of just sitting or trying to walk around to different places in my place. It slowly got better. Well, felt like it wasn't. Basically, I'm limping less over time, so I don't understand, but I'm gonna just let it be. I'm gonna just let it be. So I don't know if it's just. I think based off, I don't know, I guess experience and all that, I may or may not have just like strained something in my foot rather than spraining it or something. Because if I sprained it, I feel like it wouldn't be recovering within, or not recovering, but it wouldn't feel as painful after like 45 minutes to an hour after waking up. Because if it was a sprain after all my experiences with ankle sprains and all that, I shouldn't have been able to start walking a little bit more normally if it was a sprain. Matter of fact, I probably would be very uncomfortable sitting down right now, as I'd always mentioned in the past. But right now, I'm alright. I'm alright. Like, I know it's there, but it's not entirely, like, bothering me. It's weird because I do want to elevate it, but I felt like when I elevated it, it hurt more. So I don't entirely understand it. But I'm gonna give it a week or so, see how it does, like I always do. But if I have to do something, and if I'm walking perfectly fine, or not perfectly fine, but good enough to do what I have to do, then I'll do it. But as of right now, I feel okay. I feel okay. Other than that, I feel like there was definitely more people this year in Anime Expo. Am I surprised? Not really, because I think I felt that way every year that I've went. I know there was probably a year or two gap that I didn't go since the first time I went, but I've gone the last 3 years. Uh, definitely, definitely had fun. I won't deny that. Yes, majority of the time I was standing, standing in line or walking around, trying to get into lines and all that. But at the end of the day, I had fun. I mean, saw things that were fun to watch. For example, if you guys have seen it, either in your YouTube Shorts or feed or Twitter feed about the Wua mascots, specifically the Camellia one. I saw them in person. Saw them in person. You're glad to see that Wua brought them over after seeing the shenanigans that they would do during these conventions and all that. Definitely the Camellia one lived up to the expectations from when I saw her, at least. But when I saw the other Anime Expo videos of the WUA um, mascots, basically messing around, being funny and all that, they definitely go up to more shenanigans when you don't see them. But sadly enough, I was walking around a lot, so. But I did end up getting some things that I wanted to get. At least that was in stock and all that, because one, I didn't really get to get much of the things that I wanted from a Zenless booth because, well, I didn't get in until like day 3. Literally day 1 and day 2, it was hard to get in the Zenless booth. Every time I came back to go see if I could get in, same guy, literally the same guy over the past 3 days. It's like the line's cap, can't. I'm just there like, all right, keep going. And then on day 3, somewhere around the morning, probably an hour or so after walking around already successfully getting the Himiko bag freebie from Star Rail, because that was also another thing that felt impossible the first 2 days, let alone the 3rd day. But yeah, I was able to get that bag. Me and a couple others kind of stood strong and said, man, we've been trying to get this for 3 days. And you're telling us to go back and all that. Heck nah. And me specifically, I told the guy that the woman that was pretty much in charge of the line the whole time, the past 3 days also, the first 3 days, told me that since they don't want to get in trouble with the fire marshal, because they did the first day, it was that bad in Star Rail. Like, out of the 3 games that were there for Hoyoverse, I think 3, because I believe there wasn't a 4th or 5th there, because Honkai Impact was definitely not there. But Genshin, between Genshin, Star Rail, and Zenless, Star Rail was definitely the most busiest one, which to me shows me that I guess it's the most popular one. I thought Zenless was gaining popularity over Star Rail, but I guess Star Rail was definitely the most popular one. But after that and all that, the guy literally from the Zenless merch line was like, I remember you. Get in the line. I was like, all right, cool. Cool. But I end up with a lot of freebies. The NTE booth kind of surprised me the first day because they first gave, after doing like the specific things in order to get the freebies, gave us like a photo ID card or whatever, but then also gave us the option to choose whatever we wanted on the table. I didn't pay attention at the time, but we were able to get like acrylics, pins, and all that. I ended up just going for the Hattori pin just because Hattori, you know, can't really say no to that, knowing that there wasn't a Hattori acrylic. So I just kind of went off with the, you know, I'll just get it. And then went back day 2 and they changed it up. I feel like that their original plan in day 1 was backfiring. So in day 2, they made us spin a wheel. And I ended up getting 2 pins instead. Actually, I have it here with me. So this is the Hattori pin. And then the 2 other ones were random instead of being, you know, chosen. So luckily enough, it gave me Mint and also Geoin. Basically building up my Hattori team in pins, which is hilarious. And if you're wondering where I'm going to put this, all pins and all that, it'll just go on my bag. I did get a bag while I was in Anime Expo. And that'll be pretty much my new, like, outside bag, if anything. It'll definitely replace the backpack that I use whenever I would go to, like, conventions or whatever, big events. And probably most likely gives me a reason to not use my other smaller bag. This is kind of like medium size, kind of like, well, to just make it easier, it's basically Japanese school bag that I decided to buy. Although it was collab with something, so that one was more of a impulse buy because I just wanted to check out a booth. And well, well, I walked up to the line. The guy who was blocking the entrance was holding up a sign saying "Line is capped," and I was just like, "Hmm." I just stood there, and then he looked at me. He's like, "Do you know what you want?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." And he just let me in. I'm just like, "Yep." Ended up standing there for like probably another 30 minutes, if anything. I think 30 minutes. And this was me towards the end where I was like, "Huh." Since we still have like 2 minutes in day 2, I was like, I was telling my brother, "Huh, we should probably." Before this, I was like, we should leave maybe a little bit earlier, just so we can, go through day 3 better. And since day 2 was already pretty much a success, but then I ended up in the line and pretty much leaving at the same time that I did the first day. I also took a picture with the Imeth mascot, and then also a picture of the Hiyuki one while she was holding a hammer, which was hilarious. And then I didn't really take too many pictures, to be honest, but NCE had the Porsche, like the actual Porsche, in their booth along with the Shinku skin. Obviously, those were cosplays. Oh, the one thing I wanted to mention was the Silver Palace booth. I got to play the demo. And honestly, it feels amazing. Like the game's a little bit different. Like there's some little, obviously small differences between this game and like the games that I've been playing. Like how right click became parry and left shift is dodge, where in most of these games it's the same thing. Or as an NT to parry you, the circle and then dodge, obviously the same. Or however it is, I'm used to how it normally is with these other games, but this one had right click, parry, and shift to dodge or dash away. It took me like the first after the first bit of the fight before I got used to it. I was like, bro, but the game, the graphics, whoo, it was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Silver Palace is, I think, will be really, really hype. I'm not gonna lie. And I just realized I didn't do the race. So I gotta go do a race somehow, some way. Mile distance? I think I have like a day or two. Do I risk the mile distance? I do have a C. This is my fault, but I'm more focused on, what happened over Anime Expo before I go over the comments. Perfect. I'll take it. But what else can I remember off the top of my head? Silver Palace is great. They also ended up giving, for doing the demo, going through everything. At the end of the demo, when you're done, they gave this acrylic panel, which is honestly one of the nicest things I've gotten for free in Anime Expo. One of the nicest things I've gotten, because honestly, these things, they could literally sell it for like $50 easily if they wanted to. If they wanted to, not gonna lie. And then in Zenless booth, they did give me a few freebies. Also, besides like the actual freebies, but they gave me freebies when I bought something. The actual freebies were like the typical bag. I think they also gave a fan with Envy on it. Where's my gang of fans? Where is it? Oh, here's an Enman one from Enfield. And then when I did the wheel spinning thing, I ended up just getting a Yao Guang one and Star Rail, along with the other freebies. But this was from Silver Palace, and then this was the Zenless one. They honestly, I get why they give fans as a thing in the expos because honestly, it does get hot. It doesn't help that it's during the summer, so I get it. It does help whenever it starts feeling warm, but for the most part, it was pretty well air conditioned, ventilated. I won't deny that because although there were moments or specific spots where it did feel warmer, I don't know if it was just because the more people were there or maybe it was just that spot. But other than that, the whole thing was pretty much fun. I don't know what happened in day 3. No, day 2 or day 3 at the end of it. I think it was day 2. But I was trying to leave and we're trying to go back to the West Hall because that's where I parked. And they cut us off like halfway through. Apparently the fire alarm went off. Don't know what that was about. But I had to walk around, out, and all that. That was probably the weirdest thing that happened there. But other than that, there wasn't really anything that I heard that happened. But yeah, day 2 went really well. That was when we got majority of like the freebies we wanted, which left us with the Himiko one and Star Rail, along with the. Do I have it here with me? I don't know if I have it with me, or actually I should be just right here. Along with the bag, it came with the how last year they did the Saber and Archer laser tickets. This year it came with the Reen and Gilgamesh ones. Or should I flip it? If you're into Fate or whatever. Which I do like the Fate series. Zenless, they gave me a free Anbi, well, it's random, obviously. I didn't choose this. A free Anbi acrylic for my purchase. I did buy this one, though, from them. They also gave me a headband with bamboo ears, so I guess I can have bamboo ears. I did buy this. It was a blind box for, honestly, basically acrylic blocks, but acrylic coasters. And one of them was Miyabi, which was the main reason why I went and tried my luck. And I did end up getting Miyabi. The other one, I ended up getting Anbi, which I don't mind, obviously, because I do like Anbi. But I wouldn't have mind if I had gotten either Astra, Yishwin. I think there was a third one. I forgot who. Oh, yes, Anbi was the third one. So I ended up getting Anbi. That was cool. I don't necessarily want to use these as coasters, to be honest, because I do have my own coaster that I do use. 2 of them, actual. Technically one. So I think this would be a perfect opportunity to now let's just do that. Which is a wooden one that I got from, I don't want to call it like a swap meet because it kind of does give that vibe, but it's like a one big shop, or not one big building where it contains many shops, so I called it kind of like a swap meet. But it's not like swap meet. It actually has like legitimate stores in there also. That have like anime related. It's not all like anime related, TCG related and all that. It does have other things like accessories and all that. But I did see that they were selling coasters and ended up getting a wooden Kita one, and the other one is of Suisei from Hololive, but I just keep it displayed with all the other Suisei stuff. I did end up also buying something from Enfield. I did get this Lavitane table acrylic. And then I did get 2 other acrylics. One of them I don't want to move, and moving stuff because uh I bought it because it was the whole concept of it was cool. Cool, and it still looks really nice. I'm not gonna lie, it still looks really nice, but it definitely could use some tweaks. It's not like an official product. It was more I bought this in Artist Alley to kind of just support people who makes products, and this was one of the ones that stood out. You know what? I'll just do it. I'll just take it out. Whatever happens, happens. But it is a Yishwin acrylic. Ooh, please don't drop. But here it is. So, it's supposed to spin around, which it does. But I felt like the idea and all that's nice, but as you can see, it's spinning. I'm spinning it, but also the outer spins, as you can see. But you can see how loose it is and wobbly it is. I feel like it would be better. Let's see if I can carefully put it back without entirely screwing up my... almost there. One of the things fell, which is, I think, will be an easy fix if I... You know what? I'll just leave it there. I'll fix it later. But I also ended up getting from the same booth. This one I can get out because this one's actually just stable. I bought a Miyabi one also. This one's actually really nice for it not being an official product. But honestly, the Yishun one I bought because of how nice it looked and all that. And I won't be spinning it like stupidly and all that, so it's fine. It's perfectly fine, but I'll keep it like that. As you can tell, I have a lot to fix. There are other things like the Miyabi, other Miyabi when I do deciding whether or not I do want to put it up because it looks pretty nice just in the box, but it is what it is. Might have to rearrange my desk, which isn't the end of the world because I do it many times. What else is I get? But yeah, I guess if I remember along the lines, what else to mention, or if you guys have any other questions about my time at Anime Expo, feel free to do so because I still do need to go over the comments, but I'm trying to just see what else I've gotten. Well, there was this. This was part of the free stuff. What are these called? Pop sockets? I got a Perlica pop socket. I don't necessarily use them. I have never really needed them. But I have two of the same ones. There was two different ones. I ended up two of the same ones. Oh well. There's that and my bag is I would show my bag, but it's a bit out of reach. I would have done it if it wasn't for my ankle, but can I reach it? Oh, I definitely can. I already do have some stuff on it because I did buy it from the... Oh, I reminded myself. I did buy some stuff from the Wua booth. I just reminded myself. Hold on, give me a sec. So this is the bag I bought. Sorry for the random cut. I don't know what happened to my computer, but there was a random cut. But like I was saying, I put my bag down. Bag. The bag I got. The keychains, two of them at least, are Yang Yang and Sui Sui. That they gave for free from my purchase. It also came with a funny camellia bag that was based off the mascot. I did also get these things. As you can see, it says Wuthering Wave. So these are basically character boxes for both Yang Yang and Sui Sui. I haven't opened them, but they do contain merch from... I don't know if it I know it contains a couple of the merch that they had based off 2 of them, so that's why I got it. That's why I got it, along with I was thinking of maybe a change of mousepad. I did get a mousepad of them also, although it's still... Well, it's more like the Anime Expo mousepad. I was trying to see if they had a picture of it on the wrapper, but it's right here. I was thinking I could replace one of my mousepads. One of them being the older one, not the Miyabi one that I'm using for my right side over here. Oh, other things that I did, since I mentioned Miyabi, it's behind me. I got a Miyabi jacket. That is, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's just right behind me on my chair, and also on the same place I bought a Miyabi shirt, which I'll probably show in tomorrow's video because I don't want to stand up and go get it. But this one essentially, I can. And that is, well, if I can get the back. It does come with a hood that you can tuck in. It's a windbreaker. Pretty well made. I'll just throw it on to my bed. And then the shirt also, it has that. It's a heavyweight shirt and all that. And actually, it is a collab merchandise with Hoyover's. They also had Enfield, Star Rail, Fate, just Fate as it is. Initial D? I don't know, there's another thing. They did, for the Enfield one, they did have a Levitane jacket, which I wouldn't have mine. They had a Perlica one, and I think an Enman one. But other than that... Oh, and I guess I could show this since it's just in front of me. This was the bag NTE gave. It's basically, well, you get the whole NTE thing, but I kind of just like it because it's just Mint's face. But other than that, I should be good for now. Other than that, yeah, that was pretty much it. Aside from me pretty much, I don't know, slightly injuring my foot, all is well. All is well and good. All is well and good. I'm still in good spirits and all that. No need to worry. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other things I could mention, but seeing how that there's still comments I need to go through, and being more than halfway through the video practically, I kind of might have to speed run the comments in a way. So I'm gonna start going over the comments, starting off with, let me scroll through just so I can see if there are any comments that I could pick off. Basically the lower ones. So we could do that. Eugen Tanoki. That. Okay. We'll start off with Uma JP Enjoyer's comment. It says, too bad that this scenario only benefits medium and long distance Umas. For the most part, that's what it does seem like. For the most part, that is what it seems like, but it is what it is. I'm just doing it for, I just did the Bubblegum Fellow video for the sake of the event. So it's fine. So it is fine. But thank you, Uma JP and Joy, for the comment. Appreciate it as always. Next comment is going to be from Tanoki. I thought we finally got some wind in our sales for support card pulls, but after a quick start, no more rate ups SSRs from 31 to 160 pulls. Unlucky, definitely a 2 spark banner. Yeah, my pulls weren't that good either. I didn't get a single copy of the Tazano one in any of the 200 pulls, so that's the reason why I went up to 200 for pity. I did end up getting one copy of Dodo and some other things, so pretty much I went to pity just to get the friend card. So yeah, definitely was not good for me also. Nova says you could always use your Rainbow Chris. Oh wait, the Ebayon incident. There was the Forever Young incident for Tanoki. Tanoki says, I had 4 during Ebayon banner and used 3. I actually have 3 again now, so MLB Dodo is guaranteed, but it's just at what cost? I would very much prefer to be able to MLB power Digiton with 2 Rainbow Shards. Nova says, imagine if Cygames didn't have this Crystal Shard system. Like the first year of Uma, would you rage? It could be possible. People might rage. People do quit games for, well, reasons. Tanoki says, probably not. Just look at global. Imagine only having 1.5 real support cards in a year and a half and a year and a half. I pray every day for that kind of support card banner pacing. Well, they're only doing that pacing because they're trying to get they're just trying to get things released, and I guess in a way try and satisfy the global crowd, I guess. I guess. But other than that, thank you Tanoki for the comments and Nova for replying. Appreciate it as always. Next comments are going to be from Eugen, which I believe there are 2. First one saying, reminding to give space for the circle, which I did mention that I did. And then next one, I think there's 3 actually. Day 2, reminding Shushu to open slot for Kratos. And then the last one says, though Friend Tazana is just LB0, the important thing is the ingredients that can carry, I think, or something benefits the scenario like extra ingredients. I'm using some purples on the modules. Oh, I guess we're going to NT. Purples on the modules, which they have 3 stats that could help. I can say I'm similar with Shushu optimizing the Hattori and Lacrimosa, and the rest were bare minimum with as per support. What characters, I haven't seen any from it for me to choose, so yeah, you may slap some picks then for me to pick to rank to my liking. We'll see if I slap some pictures, but I doubt I will. I doubt I will remember when I'm editing this. But I do need to remember to edit that little hiccup on the recording. That's why there's gonna be a little cut. Yeah, I'm still using purple modules for the most part. If I noticed that some pieces I did need to use purple modules because I just didn't have any gold modules for them. Like Hattori's still holding on to that one purple piece because I didn't have a better gold piece. Or a gold piece that had both crit rate and damage. And then all the other characters that do have gold, they're not completely the best module to have because, well, they probably only have, if they need crit, they probably only have one of the crits, either crit damage or crit rate. That, or they still have purple modules or blue modules. I still do have characters with blue modules. But right now I am working on level 8ing my characters. I have done it to Hattori already. Next is Jiwon. Next is Ju Yuan. Which I think when I did my dailies, I did ascend. Which I think I did. I just need to get her to 80. I already ascended her. I just need to level her up, which it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap. But Lacrimose, I haven't really optimized it. I'm pretty much just have been focusing on my Hotori team. Since Lacrimosa team, I can't really focus on a lot of them. Because half the team essentially half the team is missing. Until I get that free selector for the standard banner character for Daffodil. Then I'll have more of a team, because then I'll just add Haniel and for that last spot. Until you know, I find a replacement. Oh, I haven't. I see. I haven't used any, so should probably use. Yeah, I should probably use it then. Noah responded and says, I have orange modules, but the substats are trash. It's not good. Well, I guess we're not the only ones then. And then guess we can show him one of the new characters in Mangjo. It could be the new red-haired chick. Could be the new red-haired chick. Like I said, I don't think I'll remember to put it up. But other than that, thank you, Eugen, for the comments, and Nova for replying. Appreciate it as always. Next comments are gonna be from Kazuki. With the first one saying, I checked the tier list of the cards. This is the first one, right? Cards in JP server, and then notice some big changes, like there's a lot of cards I got down one tier, like Still in Love, Tamamo, and Buena Vista from SS tier goes down to single S tier, while Shakur, Doramente, Measure Orion, Daiwa Scarlet, I'm assuming that's what you meant by Daiska, Daichi Ruby from S down to A tier. Sag, the era of Shakur stamina is over. Also, there's some that went up a tier, like Chiono and Aishin Flash from S tier to double S tier. Well, let's just put it this way. That's just how gacha games work. That's how the tier list works in any gacha games. So, in my defense, or in gacha games defense in general, it's just a normal thing. It's just a normal thing. But does it matter to me? No, because one, I'm borrowing the card right now, but I still use Super Creep. So does it matter to me? Chiono and Aishin Flash, I don't use those cards, so does it matter to me? No, not entirely. So it doesn't affect me as much, or at all. So it is what it is. So it is what it is. Nova says, tier list slave. I mean, if it's the only game he really cares about, I can't really blame him for looking at the tier list. I look at the tier list randomly for like the games, and I'm just like, huh. So that's what they think about said character. Like, I'll look at the tier list for Wuwa, Zenless, and all, and I'm like, really? They lowered her because it is what it is. Like how I mentioned how Promeo went up in the tier list because of Valina. And then Miyabi finally got brought down the tier list because of Valina bringing up Promeo. I'm just like, Miyabi didn't even need Valina. So why did she even get brought down if this has nothing to do with Miyabi? And on top of that, you can't even, I don't think you could pair Miyabi with Valina unless there's like some specific way, which I'm pretty sure someone might have figured it out if there is a way. But there's a reason why Miyabi was not matched up with Valina. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Miyabi's been strong this whole time, so. Plus, it's not stopping me from using her. So it is what it is. Like, there's some, like, the tier list doesn't make sense to me because I'm still using characters that have been gone down in tier list, and people are complaining about it. How they can't clear stuff because all the old characters are getting replaced by the new ones. But that's not the case. It's not the case at all because I'm still clearing stuff with the older characters. So it is what it is. I have a random out of context question for y'all. Will you still play Umamusume if the characters are real horse instead of anime horse girls? Well, then it wouldn't be Umamusume. It wouldn't be Umamusume anymore. It would just be your normal horse simulator game, which is already, there are games like that. So no, the answer is no. Global is cooking right now. They uncapped the stats now on both Ura Finals and Aoharu. Yep, I do know about that. And the most surprising one for me is that the Wise is freaking 1800 cap, just like in JP. Seems like they got things planned. They're planning things. Also, they changed the visuals on the U ranks too, just like in JP server, like the vibrant color for global on U ranks now it became like subtle. Also, the 13 plus gigabyte update is diabolical. It's like a prep for Grand Live and Grandmaster scenario. Probably. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised, but probably. The Grand Life scenario in global, I think on July 22nd. 20 more days to go on at this point, not 20 days. Also, the players can now easily get UG ranks or UF on the updated Ura Finals and Aoharu noise. They finally escaped from the Mant Hell loop. Well, that's lucky for global because those two didn't get updated during Make a New Track. So it is what it is. It doesn't really bother me. But I did try the Aoharu Cup. And honestly, I haven't tried the changes in JP, and this is my first time actually trying the changes. And honestly, it still felt the same just with the additional stuff. So nothing really much to say. Eden comments and our response and says, looks at global. Ugh, vomit. Kazuki responds with a laughing emoji. Nova says, yeah, global's probably the best right now. JP is doing okay. JP is still JP. Nothing really feels different, to be honest. Sanoki says, the real news is ESS stamina existing. Redo all parent moments. I'm gonna just nod my head and act like I know what you said. Besides STM being stamina. ESS. Yeah, I don't know what ESS means. I'm thinking SS as in swimsuit. E though. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother trying. I'm not gonna bother trying at the moment. Are we right before the the Takarazuka? I was about to say Tenosho. So I would want more stamina, if I'm gonna be honest. Oh well, let's just rest. But the next comment says, oh Shigashu, by the way, are you gonna pull for both Tachyon Speed Card and Light Hello friend card on global server? Probably just a friend card, if anything. Probably just a friend card, if anything. Should I just cook the ramen? Just because they don't let me cook no ramen. I think it's my first time trying that, so. I think if I didn't get to MLB Dodo, then I'm just gonna wait for it to have a rerun on Scam Supports card banner and MLB it there, which I'm not surprised if you would do that. I think they will rerun it immediately, just like what happened on Teo Air Groove Speed card and Fine Motion Neo Uni Power card. Maybe. Eugen says, good for you. Noise, it'll be a while for the next better stamina. Side games does side games things, unless side games does side games things. True. I mean, it has been a while since Shakur, so I won't be surprised if it'll be a while until the next one. Is Bubblegum Fellow a Gyaru plus a Yankee JK? That is up for you to imagine and find out. That is up to you to imagine and find out. I believe, yeah, we're using materials or ingredients. By the way, you can swap the honey ingredients, I think, from the other ingredients at the top of the screen with a swap symbol, since it will get capped out if you use another Tazana date, or if the summer training came, though it will be used automatically, so yeah. I mean, I did knew that already. I just didn't know if I could do it at that time or not, or whatever part. I don't exactly remember what I'm talking about, because it's been a couple of days, or more, almost a week since the video, so... yeah. A redo of the comment. I'm just wondering if Global will ever really catch up to JP, even at accelerated schedule. JP's already at his 14th scenario, while Global is stuck at the worst scenario ever made in a game. Third scenario. The 4-year gap is too strong, I guess. Oh no, I said this. I said this before. They're not going to catch up to JP regardless, because they can't go any... They shouldn't and can't go any faster than 4-month scenarios, because if they go 2 months, and they're just practically going to kill the game. I've said this a long time ago. So yeah, they're not gonna catch up at all. Not even a single time. Not even a single time. Not even once. Not even close. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. And then Nova says, but people chose to be like this. They had 4+ years to join Uma, but no, they will live with that consequences. True. True. People either didn't want to play JP or play JP and just stopped playing and decided to wait for Global. So it is what it is. Tanogi says, it remains to be seen if side games chose to continue accelerate into a 4-month scenario era or unaccelerate and remain a constant time behind JP. Well, even with their acceleration, they're pretty much just copying how the flow of things with JP with the 4-month thing. So really, they're still just they could just keep the same flow and it'll still feel the same. Nova says Nova says to Tanoki, you're about to see some 2-month scenarios if they really truly want to accelerate. I'm being realistic here. 4-year gap is no joke. I don't think they'll honestly do it, because like I said, they'll kill the game. Eugen says, why would they? For global crybabies? If that's the case, it's like they incline to global community, but I believe the profit more to JPs and what other gotchas that already been a long time that accelerated to catch up. All I know is that NT is the NTE, but the release was not that far. I don't know about NTE. I think the release was just like pretty much the same. At least that's how it felt like. I don't think there's any differences. Like the only main differences between like all these other games, like Hoyo versus games and Kuro and all that, it's probably like hours to a day. Pretty much. Wow, there's a few more Kazuki ones. So yeah, I tried my luck again in my alt account and I got MLB Dodo and LB1 Tazuna within 200 pulls. Why it has to be the alt account? Why not in my main account? Also, I got triple guaranteed gacha pull animations. This is just too depressing. One more copy and I'll MLB Tazuna friend card on my main account. WTF side games. Meanwhile, my Dodo's still at LB1. It's like I said. Your alt account could probably be your main account if you wanted to. By the way, someone on global server already achieved UE rank on Unity Cup scenario with US stat. On Wise, 15-star Wise factors, like global players really breaking the limits. I really could care less. Honestly speaking, I could really honestly care less. And then lastly, from Kazuki, oh, by the way, about the new global or new gacha pull animation, there is 2 variants of it. Nighttime without the sparkle, random SSR, and nighttime with the sparkle. Guaranteed pickup SSR support card. I didn't get it a single time, either or. So it doesn't really matter to me, I guess. I guess it don't really matter to me. Also, you can get more than one SSR and one 10 pull, but yeah, even if it's multiple, many SSRs, then it's still guaranteed that you will get the pickup SSR support card if it's Sparkle on that 110 pull. And yeah, it happened to my alt account, thrice with Sparkle on it. I'd say your alt account is the lucky account here. Along with Nova's. That's what it seems like. But other than that, thank you, Kazuki, for all the comments and everyone who responded to the comments, because I honestly don't remember who. But Nova, Tanoki, Eugen is probably the usual ones. And then lastly, the comments from Nova. Who said I use fonts for the Porsche collab? Oh. Then it makes even more sense that you just kept swiping for the Porsche collab. Ah, makes sense. I do need more rainbow crystals, though. 4 is not enough. For you, it's more than enough. Because of how your luck goes with the support cards. I think you mentioned a collab going on in Persona Gacha with Miku. How's that going for you? I have her. And her weapon. All good. All good. I did see them advertise it during Anime Expo also. So, all good. I can't beat it because I don't have Seed and NTE shoe. Yep, it's another Seed moment. Eugen has been the Supreme King all along. Then again, I think I can beat it, but really it's not going to be 3 stars, ain't it? To me, that's kind of like, nah, waste of time. Next. I mean, it's kind of like or kind of like how you could 9-star in Deadly Assault, but you still choose not to, right? Because you feel like you don't need to. So, it's kind of that same situation. That's what it feels like. It's a good surprise, Shushu. You gotta let Eugen have his moments. We have been basically bashing him on Zenless for the past year, so we all know that was the case. I mean, let's just say that if we had known that Eugen would be more interested in more time-consuming games, or I guess more complicated games, than Zenless being the easier one, then we would have probably told him to play Wua instead. But we didn't. But we didn't. It is what it is. What Eugen likes equals what I don't really like. Honestly, throughout these past couple years, it does seem that way. So this is my thesis, basically. Kuro gives us more mama characters, to be honest. I'd be surprised if he pulls for Lucilla, though. Oh, he might like Skibrika. Yeah, he might actually like Sigrika. He might like Sigrika. He might, maybe he'd like Chisa. Maybe. I don't know. You're right, though. There are more characters that aren't to what it seems to be Eugen's taste. So who knows? Still, there could be a couple characters, regardless. But like you said, probably like Rochia or something. How about those web and Discord events? I think gachas really like to get us to do those. I can do the web ones starting from Genshin in 2021, but these Discord events are like no idea for me. The Discord ones I don't do, because honestly I don't even see it. The web ones I do, the ones that pop up and that one that literally opens another window in game for you to play. That ones I do. If it doesn't involve logging in every day, because most likely I think the last one I didn't get to, the Angels of Delusions ones I didn't manage to finish because I didn't know it wasn't, involve logging in every day or something like that. It involved logging in a couple times. But I only had like a couple more days before the update. Or a few more days until the update. So it is what it is. 100 on Mongol? Well, it depends if I really want the current girl in the banner. She is my type, yes, but I want to see how far I progress in the game this weekend. Well, I don't know how far you progress, so I'll let you tell me if you even progress in Mongol. But I did pull for, like I said, I did pull for the current banner, Nagi, because I did like her. I did pull for Mina, the second banner. I wanted to pull for the first banner, I forgot her name. And then the third banner, Mina's sister, I did pull for also. Got Syndrone and 40 pulls, but what does that mean? I can't even level her. No, also got this feminine character, but oh well. Well, time to install. Yeah, I won't understand the point of pulling if not even gonna play. I don't understand playing the game or having the game installed if you're not even gonna end up playing. So you just pulling for Sandrone, totally just I don't even know how to react. Cause it's like, cool, you pulled for Sandrone, but what now? Uninstall and that's it? Yeah, I don't see a whole reason. I don't see a whole purpose in reinstalling the game and pulling a character if you're just gonna end up dropping it right away. To me, that's a waste of time. That's a waste of time. But your time is your time. You do what you do with your own time. That's what we say, right? So with that being said, guys, that is all the comments. That is all the comments. So thank you, Uma, JP Enjoyer, Kazuki, Eugen Tanoki, and Nova for all the comments. Appreciate it as always. And we can just finish the training. I can get this video edited. I don't think I'm going to be doing global, to be honest. I might post it tomorrow. I might do it tomorrow, or I'll just wait till Thursday. But today I just wanted to get JP video out the way for you guys and give you a little update. Not update, but a little something on let you know what happened while I was in Anime Expo and all that, while also going over the comments and not really entirely focusing on the run, but obviously this run is not the best. Definitely could be better. The Dodo card isn't exactly doing what I expected it to do, because I feel like I could have reached this with Super Creek, so I don't know. Is the difference me using the 4LB instead as the borrowed card and just using Super Creek, or is it me? We'll see. Or was the run just that bad? But who knows? But who knows? This is literally, I haven't done a lot of runs in this scenario because of Anime Expo, so I haven't really figured it out yet, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's just pick out the skills, see how this run went, and then we'll just end the run or end the video. And I'll get this video edited, posted, uploaded, and then ready for you guys whenever the usual time comes up. Hopefully. But other than that, let's just pick out these things, these skills, and eventually we'll end the video. But as I do all this, that... Okay. There's still a good amount of skill points. Okay, let's see if there are any other things we can get. Just because. Definitely are. And one more before we end the video, sure. All right. We did get an S in medium distance from what it looks like. Yay. Okay, we'll do these two, and we should be good. We did manage a UA too. Could have done better, obviously, but we did manage a UA too. Let's see if we can maybe... Nope, it all stayed in long distance. I was hoping it maybe go to medium distance, but it didn't. It didn't. So ended up with 2207 speed, 1463 stamina, 1647 power, 934 guts, and 1377 guts, and an S aptitude on medium distance. And obviously won't make it in the top 3 of my Kitasan runs because I've trained her better ones than this UA2 in the last scenario. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys didn't make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. And let me know how your guys' weekend were, what you guys are up to. And any other things you want to mention or talk about, just leave it down in the comment section down below. I know there's probably one thing or two that I forgot to mention, like how yesterday I did catch up on NTE events because I didn't realize that Chaos's banning was ending so soon. So I ended up doing the racing event, the fighting event, and the battle event with the bosses all in one day. Honestly, and I had to go, and I finally went to prison in NTE for the first time and had to do the whole side quests and all that. But other than that, if you guys haven't joined our Discord server, link is down in the description. And if there's anything else you want to talk about or ask me, like I said, leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as it's appropriate, I'll go over it. And with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.